going on, Chill Army? DeAndreX7 here, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Anime Episode Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Pokemon Journeys Episode 53, Catch the Legend, Find a Guardian of Water, Suicune. Before we start off this video, make sure that you guys smack this like button, and also, please, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe and click that bell icon so that way you guys will be notified whenever I upload a new video, because my watch time says that a majority of you still have not clicked that subscribe button, so I don't know what you guys are doing watching my videos and not subscribing. In the Johto region, a storm mixes up a lake's waters, causing it to become muddy and brown. However, the legendary Pokemon Suicune then appears and uses its powers to make the water crystal clear again. The news of Suicune being sighted quickly reached the ears of Professor Cerise in Kanto, and he relays the information further to Ash and Go. Krissa and Ren, however, point out that multiple sightings of Suicune have been made around the same lake, which is unusual as it tends to move forward after purifying a body of water. As such, Professor Cerise dispatches his research fellows to the site to investigate. After arriving in Johto, Ash and Go head to the lake where Suicune was sighted, but as they approach it, a disgusting smell reaches their noses. At the lake, they find out that it's thick with garbage and pollution, despite Suicune having been supposed to have purified it. Nearby, they spot a group of men dumping pollution and having their Pokemon use Sludge Bomb into the lake. Go plans to contact Officer Jenny, but Ash rushes ahead to confront the polluters before Go can do so. A battle almost breaks out between the two sides before a man the polluters refer to as their boss arrives, pointing out that Suicune has appeared. Once again, Suicune's powers clean the lake, and it attacks the trucks that were dumping pollution into it. The boss, however, is not worried, as he sees that Suicune's repeated use of its powers have left it low on stamina. Ash realizes these men are Pokemon hunters, and Go understands they purposefully polluted the lake multiple times in order to force Suicune to use its powers repeatedly and leave it weakened for capture. Desperate to come up with a way to save Suicune, Go pulls out a Pokeball and tosses it at the legendary Pokemon, sucking it in. The ball lands back into his hands, shaking 3 times before Go's Rotom phone reports a successful capture, much to everyone else's astonishment. The hunters, displeased of having their hard-worked catch being taken away from them, intend to take it back by force. Ash calls out Lucario and urges Go to run away while he battles the hunters. Go agrees and flees to get Suicune to a Pokemon Center. However, in the middle of his escape, he ends up tripping and dropping Suicune's Pokeball. The Aurora Pokemon emerges and glares at Go, displaying a very clear distrust towards him. Go tries to convince it to come to a Pokemon Center with him, but it simply freezes its Pokeball with Ice Beam and climbs up to a nearby tree to rest. Meanwhile, Go notices an injury on Suicune's back leg and uses a potion to treat it before wrapping a cloth received from Chloe around it. Just then, Go's executor alerts them that the hunters are arriving. Go engages them with his Cinderace and newly caught Drowsy, which he had captured to fight the hunter's poison Pokemon more effectively. Although Go manages to hold his own for a while, the hunter boss sends out his Houndoom, which easily defeats Drowsy with a single crunch. The hunter sees Suicune in a net and pull it down from the tree, beating it up as Go can only watch. Just then, Ash returns to help and the two engage the hunters together. Although Cinderace ends up being poisoned as well, Go refuses to give up. Just as the boss tries to finish Go off with Houndoom, Suicune, having observed Go's determination, breaks free from the net and agrees to battle by his side. With the hunters dealt with, Go places Suicune's Pokeball on the ground and tells it to resume its important journey. However, Suicune emerges from the Pokeball. It looks at Go in the eye for a moment before willingly returning to its Pokeball, showing that it wishes to stay with him. Thanking Suicune for its decision, Go brings it back to the Cerise laboratory, where Professor Cerise, Krissa, and Ren are astounded to see Go having actually caught the legendary Pokemon. Suicune races to a hill in Cerise Park and unleashes a powerful gust of wind that forces everyone to shield their eyes. As the wind dies down, Suicune has disappeared, but Go says that it's still there, even if they can't see it. Now let's talk about the major events that happen in this episode, with Ash and Go first returning to the Johto region again, which I'm glad because Johto's my favorite region, but we haven't seen that many episodes of them. We've only gotten 3 episodes including this one, so I'm hoping that Johto makes more of an appearance in this year at least, because I need more Johto episodes. I need more representation of my baby. So far, most of the episodes have been based in Kanto and Galar, which, as much as I'm, not upset about them being taken place in, Galar and stuff like that, since, of course, Sword and Shield is still kind of like the trendy thing it's like the trending thing to talk about and stuff like that. I just want to see more of the regions, and we need more Hoenn episodes, Johto episodes, Sinnoh episodes. When was the last time our heroes went to Sinnoh? And we need more Unova episodes, and don't forget Kalos and Alola, which, I get Alola because they're gonna save those for like special occasions, I guess, so, only time can tell. I just want more representations of all of the other regions. Then Go catches Suicune and a Drowsy. Drowsy, no one really cares about that. But Suicune, a lot of people, we've been getting a lot of mixed reactions with Go catching Suicune. Some fans actually thinking that Go earned Suicune, some thinking that he didn't deserve it, and they're like, oh, why doesn't Ash get a legendary and stuff like that? Who knows, maybe Ash will get a legendary sometime this year or something like that, because, of course, if Go's gonna get a legendary, maybe they might give Ash a legendary. Ash does have a mythical Pokemon, being Melmetal, so, anything can happen with his team. They've given a Pokemon that we never thought he would get, Dragonite, Lucario, Gengar, Dracovish, Galarian Farfetch'd. Come on. These are all Pokemon that we never thought Ash would get in a million years, so maybe we might get some legendary Pokemon. Maybe Nebby will return and maybe will be under Ash's command this season, who knows? Also, Go also attempts to release his Suicune, but it chooses to remain his Pokemon while roaming the world, which I actually really like that conclusion, because I was thinking, because that's kind of how I think that's how the game should work, in my opinion. Like, just so, little kids don't pull up on the Elite Four with their level 100 Mewtwo's or whatever. I always felt like, what would happen if, you catch these Pokemon, right? And like, especially the Pokemon that, like, where the world needs these legendary Pokemons to, survive. Like, Dialga being the god of time, Palkia being the god of space, Giratina being the guardian of the distortion world, Arceus being the literal god of Pokemon. I know Arceus isn't a legendary Pokemon, but he is still the god of Pokemon. So what would happen if someone were to just catch them? I feel like instead of actually, just being in their Pokeballs like that, maybe these Pokemon, as Suicune did in this episode, they still travel around the world, but they will magically appear under the trainer's command whenever the trainer wishes to command them. But I feel like, if it's like a battle, like, a trainer with like a Rattata, the legendary won't show up, the legendary slash mythical won't show up, but, in times where it's like a world-ending crisis or something, the legendary will show up under the trainer's command and will help them save the day and stuff like that. That's kind of what I like what they did with, Go and Suicune, because I'm glad it wasn't just, he caught Suicune and it's just sitting there in the Cerise Park. And it also answered a question that I've been having of what would happen if Go actually catches a legendary Pokemon. So now I know. For some legendary Pokemon that are actually important for this environment, they will still be roaming the world, but they're still under that trainer's command. So I'm actually glad that Pokemon has answered this question for me. All in all, for an episode that is bound to cause controversy, I feel this was a solid plot and one of the best episodes of Journey so far. If this is an indication of how future legendary captures will be handled, then I'm all for more of them. This was an episode that manages to handle a touchy sort of capture quite well by focusing less on the act of catching and more on forging the bond with Suicune, with a solid threat and great execution for Go's character moments on top of recognizing potential issues with letting a main character catch a legendary and working around them. This was an episode that is still bound to ruffle some feathers, but in the realm of stuff Journey's promised to do, manages to be one of the better episodes of the current series so far. A good framework for potential future legendary captures to come. Now, just a quick rundown on the main characters of this episode. Ash was just Ash. I mean, of course, he's not just gonna sit around and, let these people harm Suicune and stuff like that. Go actually had good character development in this episode. I really loved his interactions with Suicune. Hopefully we get more episodes like this where it's not just him catching the Pokemon, we get more of him and the legendary Pokemon bonding together. And of course the Pokemon hunters and their boss. I mean, although they were pretty basic character designs, they were still pretty intimidating characters, especially that part where they started kicking Suicune, which I was not expecting. So yeah, I hope we get... And this is kind of cool because this isn't just a, Team Rocket interrupts the day and tries to capture the legendary and stuff. These are like actual Pokemon hunters and stuff like that. Now, it would be cool if we had someone like Pokemon Hunter J, but I mean, as of Diamond and Pearl, she kind of got killed by Yuxi, so maybe we can get like a new Pokemon Hunter, maybe, like, who's somewhat on the level, who's somewhat on par, maybe even more powerful than Pokemon Hunter J. I'm just spitballing some ideas here for the character. I actually was really impressed with this episode. While not perfect, I feel like they pulled off pretty well. The episode was paced in a good manner. I thought the story was well told and believable. Go used a variety of his Pokemon, and Suicune acted exactly how I thought it would. I love the end with Go and Suicune's final decision. To me, this is one of those episodes that can stand alone by itself in the series as something I can rewatch. I really liked it a lot more than I thought I would. The animation was a little wonky at times, but honestly, nothing to complain about. I'm excited for the next episode too, because honestly, I'm a sucker for the first stage Pokemon looking up and admiring their final stage forms, especially with my favorite Pokemon, Sobble. Can't wait for that episode next week. And I love the Japanese name for the episode, Messin Impossible, which, for those of you who don't know, it's actually a pun off of the film series Mission Impossible. And that's going to be it for this week's review. I thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, please smack that like button. And if you guys want more videos like this, please consider subscribing and clicking that bell icon. It's 100% free. And be sure to check out all of my other content as well. But until then, love you all, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Only good, Chill Army.